Hey guys, in this video I will talk about SDLC, what it is and how software development lifecycle is helping you understand and becoming a better engineer. So when I was doing my master's degree, I came across this chapter that was written just for SDLC and different models that it has and how it is helping software engineers. Honestly, it was very boring topic to me because I was a web developer back then, but at the same time I didn't want to go through all those 40 pages just to read about something that I'm not gonna use in my practical life, right? And that's what my thing was like. That's what I thought, that that's the thing, like it doesn't exist in real life, it's just book knowledge. But turned out that some of those models, or part of some of those models, I was already using in my web development. So I believe that it might be the case with you as well. If you are a software developer or a web developer, or even working on some projects of your own, you might come across something that is a part of software development lifecycle. But in this video, I won't be talking about software development lifecycle from the book knowledge, from where I will just show you the slides and you will get bored after a minute and you'll click away. That I just don't want. So I really want to add a little value for you as a software engineer, and as being part of a DevOps engineering team where we are building new APIs and releasing our products in circle and cycles. We, I think, are pretty much solving this problem with the help of SDLC. So I believe that I can help you with this to understand better. So how does these dot connect the software development lifecycle, like the book knowledge, and your engineering in the field? How does the gap between that, I need to vanish that gap. So let's start with what software development lifecycle is. It's nothing. It's just a process of how you solve or come up with the solution or a software product. So some people define it differently, some people define it differently, but all you need to know right now is that it is a process that some people are following in different companies to get to the point where they think they have to, in order to present good things and good products to the customers. Okay, so once we have this definition out of our way, now we can dig more deep into software development lifecycle. So software development lifecycle basically is comprised of 6 to 7 stages. It depends if you combine 6th and 7th stage, but it's basically the 7 stages that we talk about in software development lifecycle. But the need to understand about software development lifecycle is that your product owner, or the people, the business people who are getting to you a software requirement that they want you to represent by the end of a month, or by the end of 2 months, or whatever the time limit is, you need to follow the process in order to come up with the product. And to follow the process, the whole point, the whole point of using SDLC is to understand where you stand at any stage. So for example, we were using some waterfall method in which we were not releasing our product until it was completely done, tested, deployed everywhere in dev region, in QA region, in production, and then you come up, you say that this product is ready, and that was waterfall method. In other models of SDLC, we discussed agile, and that I'm pretty sure every new startup, every big company is adopting agile. One process or the other between the agile, because agile itself has a few processes. So there is a Scrum, there is extreme programming, and a few more as well. But let's not get away from our main topic, which is SDLC here. So when we talk about SDLC, as I said, there are different stages or levels in SDLC. The thing is, you need to understand that these 7 stages should be the part of your product. And in agile, what we are doing with the SDLC is we are releasing a minimum viable product in compared to what we used to have in waterfall method, when we were releasing our product at the end of the whole process, and once it is out and it has a problem, we had to take the whole thing down and then reorganize and go through the code again, and then get the product out again. But in SDLC agile method, what we are doing is following these 7 steps, and these 7 steps are working in a loop. So it's not like one step is dependent on the other, but at the same time it is working in the loop. So you start with gathering the requirements and learning about the product, and then you initiate the development part, and then you plan it really good, you spend good time on planning, then you initiate the development part, then you do the testing, then you do the deployment, and lastly you do the monitoring. And from monitoring, it's not the end there. Monitoring makes you have multiple releases in future with a different requirement. So the circle connects. So it's not like you are away from one stage at any given time. So you are part of any of these stages, but at the same time you are connected to the other stages as well. So if you are planning about the product, you can start the development in the parallel, but at the same time make sure that you do good planning, and you can make changes. So it's not like hard coded thing or set in stone that you have to code this part first, or you have to code that part first. And what this does is it involves the customers, and the agile process involves the customer and their needs, and the product owner or the product manager, they help you understand as a software engineer the priority. So say for example, one task is in high priority list, so you put that task in the top, and then you start working on it, you start planning about it, you start initializing the development, you start testing it, you implement it, you deploy it, you monitor it. But at the same time, if a new requirement comes in with a higher priority, you should be able to take the newer requirement based on the customer. So it is more customer centric way of development, but at the same time it gives you understanding of the whole picture, rather than finding out that your code wasn't working at some stage, and you have already deployed it, and now the customers have been affected. So it's basically something that is the whole mindset around the software development is changing because of this software development lifecycle agile strategy. And if we talk about agile, I'm currently working in a in a company where we have scrums. What a scrum model is, it's a part of agile methodology, but we have different number of sprints where we connect, where we come up with the MVP, which is I'm sorry, not most valuable player, but MVP here is minimum viable product. So we tend to release sooner the product, and we tend to release product in short span of times, and it's not like a one big product, but few features. So if say for example, we are developing a website where we have multiple features, so we'll be rolling out our first feature, and then maybe 2-3 weeks later, when our next sprint is over, we will be coming out with the new feature. And that's how it compiles it on top of each other. So it's not like I'm dependent, one feature is dependent on the other. So it basically helps you understand the whole process, but at the same time it helps you tackle the problem in hand, rather than getting it out to the customers and then realizing that you have made a mistake. So that is why we are following SDLC. And if you want to know the book knowledge of SDLC and how it works, make sure to go and read about SDLC from your books. And to me, as a software engineer, it was too much, and I couldn't go through all the 40 pages that I had to. And I was implementing some of it already. So like agile. So it's if it's a good read for you, or you think it will help you understand it better, go through it by all means. But for the people who are like me, who are more interested in the practical stuff, this is what SDLC in a nutshell. And I think I have helped you understand this on the at least on the basic level. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, and I hope I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself and people around you. Goodbye.